what's going on, guys? It's Binner here and welcome back to another video. Alright guys, so today we're going to be tackling one of the most highly debated questions in Hypixel Skyblock, and that is when you're building a manual pumpkin or melon farm, should you put water or should you not put water? Now, honestly, I have no idea why this topic is even so highly debated over. I mean, the difference between water and no water is quite insignificant. I have no idea why people make such a big fuss out of this, but since you came here for the answer, I shall deliver the answer. So yeah, alright, if we were answering this question in a normal Minecraft context, the answer would actually be quite simple. Just put water. Like, why would you not put water? It's just a little bit of extra effort, and plus it is also common Minecraft knowledge that water increases the speed at which plants grow, okay? If you didn't know this, you must have downloaded Minecraft yesterday. But you see, the thing is, in Hypixel Skyblock, there is an extra restraint that makes this answer not so simple anymore, and that is, your Hypixel Skyblock island actually has a limit of 161 blocks. So if you guys have no idea what I'm referring to by the 161 block limit, basically there's this world border around your Hypixel Skyblock island that does not allow you to build past it. So you see, if I try to build past the world border, it will tell you that I'm not able to build in that direction anymore, which basically limits your farm size to 161 blocks by 161 blocks. Well, my chunks aren't rendering, but you get the idea. So basically, there's a limited size in which you can build your pumpkin farm, and this kind of becomes a problem because if you put water in your pumpkin farm, you are actually losing space that could potentially be used for pumpkins. So basically, if I didn't put water into this farm, I could have gotten an extra 2 rows of pumpkins, which, you know, if added up across this whole thing, could add up to a lot of pumpkins. So the question actually kind of changes here, and it becomes, is the efficiency gained by the pumpkins worth the amount of pumpkins that you lose by putting water in? Sounds kind of complicated, but let's answer the question. Alright, to answer this question, we kind of actually need one extra information. I mean, we know that pumpkins grow faster when there's water next to it, but how much faster? And to that, we have to do some research. Alright, so to answer this question, I decided to do some research on the most trustworthy site for Minecraft information, and that is our beloved Minecraft Wiki. Bruh. So yeah, I decided to do a bit of reading on the Minecraft Wiki, and after half an hour of reading, guess what, guys? I found literally no information. The Minecraft Wiki is absolutely useless. That kind of actually shocked me. I thought they would actually have some information on like how much faster water makes pumpkins grow, but I guess they did not have that information. That being said, I don't think I completely wasted that half an hour of reading, because I did find out some interesting facts about pumpkins. So apparently the way pumpkins grow is that they actually check the 4 surrounding blocks for stalks. So basically, if you want to have the highest chance of a pumpkin growing in the middle here, you want to surround the middle block with 4 blocks of stalks, something like this. Basically, this setup will have the highest chance of a pumpkin growing in the middle. So technically, the most efficient pumpkin farm will look something like this. But I mean, this farm design is just ridiculous, okay? How the hell are you supposed to harvest the pumpkins without breaking the stalks? Go in there and carefully break the pumpkins one by one? Yeah, that's a brilliant idea. Totally not wasting time. I mean, even if you do have a Skyblock add-ons mod that prevents you from breaking the stalks, this farm is just not efficient at all because of a really big problem. You see, if a pumpkin actually grows in the middle of 4 stalks, it actually makes all 4 stalks connect to it, and this will actually end up having these stalks being unable to grow pumpkins of their own, meaning you actually get a lot of blank spaces like this when pumpkins don't grow. So yeah, this farm is just, it doesn't work, okay? Don't build this farm. Alright, so after all of that, I still did not get an answer to how much faster does water make pumpkins grow. So, you know, I decided, you know what, why not let's just do this the scientific way and just do an experiment. So I decided to do a little setup over here, one with water and one with no water, and I decided to test how much faster water actually makes the pumpkins grow. Alright, so there's actually 2 things I did before I started this experiment. The first thing I did was actually set the random tick speed of the game to 3000. What this actually does is that it actually speeds up the Minecraft game by like 1000 times. Basically make everything run 1000 times faster, aka make the pumpkins grow 1000 times faster. The reason why I did this is because, well, I didn't want to sit here for hours waiting for pumpkins to grow. Like, I had better things to do with my time, okay? And the second thing I did was I actually ran a word edit command that basically removes all the pumpkins all at once, so that basically we get like a fair experiment, so that, you know, the pumpkins are all removed at once. Alright, so with that, I pretty much just started conducting the experiment, and I repeated the experiment about like 5 to 6 times. The reason why I repeated the experiment a couple times is because, well, the growing of pumpkins is, you know, kind of random, so we gotta account for that random error, I guess. So yeah, after I repeated the experiment for about 5 times, the results are as follows. The pumpkin farm that was water rated took about 6.7 seconds on average to fully grow, while the pumpkin farm that did not have water took about 16 seconds on average to grow. So as you can see, water actually increases the rate at which pumpkins grow by more than 2 times, which is pretty crazy and way more than I expected. But yeah, there it is, guys. And just one more thing, okay? If you're wondering why the numbers are so low, it is because I sped up the game by 1000 times, okay? Alright, so even though pumpkins with water tends to grow around 2 times faster than pumpkins without water, we still must account for the fact that putting water actually takes up space and removes potential space that could have been can use to grow more pumpkins, and we also need to account for that. So let's do the math. So in a normal pumpkin farm built in Hypixel Skyblock with the border of 161 blocks, we would have about the length of 161 blocks to grow rows of pumpkins, if that makes any sense. I think that was a really bad explanation, but whatever, you get it. So basically, if you have no water, all you need is around 2 rows for 1 row of pumpkins. Basically, 1 row will be for the stalks and 1 row will be for the pumpkins. So basically, it allows you to grow around 80 rows of pumpkins. So yes, you can grow around 80 rows of pumpkins without water. Now, if you do account for water, you actually lose 1 space every 9 blocks. So as you can see over here, if we put water into a pumpkin farm, every 9 blocks used, you can actually only grow 4 blocks of pumpkins. Alright, so basically, in order to calculate how many rows of pumpkins we can actually grow, we just need to take 161 divided by 9, which gives you around 17.7 ... and so on. Then afterwards, what you need to do is you need to take 17 times 4, which gives you around 68. Now, make sure you do not forget that the actually 0.7 ... actually can account for 1 extra row to grow pumpkins on. So if you're super into efficiency, you can actually grow 69 rows of pumpkins. Now, honestly, I did not expect 69 to appear here, but 69 did. And so yeah, as you can see over here, putting water actually loses you around 11 rows of pumpkins, and that's around 15% of all your pumpkin yield. While putting water actually increases the rate at which your pumpkins grow by around 2 times, you actually lose around 15% pumpkins per harvest. But if you do the math, a 100% increase is way bigger than a 15% decrease. Yeah, water still wins, guys. But you see, guys, that is not completely it. The thing is, this farm design that I have over here is not actually the most efficient way to water rate your pumpkins. This farm design is. As you can see over here, this farm design, instead of having an entire row of water, what it does is it actually takes out a pumpkin every few blocks or so and puts it with water instead. So instead of having to waste an entire row, you only actually have to lose a few pumpkins every few blocks, which is way more efficient than the other farm design. This actually causes you to lose way less pumpkins than 15%, which makes watering your pumpkins way more worth it. So why would you not water your pumpkins now? Now, I'm not gonna bother doing the math for this pumpkin farm because I've done enough math for today, okay? I'm done with math for today. We've done enough math. So go ahead and do the math on your own here. I mean, if you think about it, if the less efficient water pumpkin farm is more efficient than no water, then the more efficient water pumpkin farm would definitely be more efficient than no water. If that makes any sense. I don't think that made any sense. But anyways, guys, thank you guys so much for watching. And before you guys go, oh my god, Binner, Hypixel Skyblock does not follow vanilla mechanics. Well, you're wrong. Hypixel Skyblock follow vanilla mechanics, okay? With that, guys, thank you guys so much for watching this video. Hopefully this helped you out if you're building a pumpkin farm in the future. And yeah, with that, guys, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll catch you guys all next time. Have a good one, guys. Peace out.
Drop it like it's hot.